Fear lights up the amygdala. Your amygdala is the brain's panic button. When you're scared, whether it's a real threat, like a lion in the room, or an imagined threat, like public speaking or starting a new project, your amygdala goes off the rails. It tells your body, run, hide, panic. You felt it before, right? That quick, sharp pang in your chest. That feeling like your heart might beat out of your chest. That's your brain preparing to fight, freeze, or flee. Example, you walk into a room full of people. Your heart races, your palms sweat, and your throat goes dry. The thought of speaking in front of them, it triggers the fear response. That's the amygdala going into overdrive. But here's the thing. This response is not necessary. That fear is often false evidence appearing real. Your brain is creating danger out of nothing. A perception, a belief, a mental construct. Curiosity neutralizes the fear signal. Instead of focusing on the fear, you turn your attention to curiosity. When you say, I'm curious about how this is going to go, you begin to neutralize the signal that your amygdala is sending. Example, same situation, you're in a room full of people. Instead of letting fear take over, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Shift your mindset. Now it's no longer about avoiding the fear. You're learning something. That's curiosity in action. And here's the secret. Curiosity literally disarms the amygdala. Instead of sending out those fear signals, your brain gets the message. This is just an interesting challenge. The more you practice curiosity, the less you'll be controlled by the overwhelming fear. You replace that primal automatic response with a calm, measured exploration of what's happening. Your brain goes from danger to discovery. Reframing. You're rewriting your own brain. This is the real magic. Reframing is how you rewire your brain's response to certain situations. You literally change the meaning of an experience. Reframing allows you to take a negative, fear-based memory and replace it with a new, empowering one. Every experience you ever had, it's coded in your hippocampus, your brain's memory bank. When you reframe, you alter the memory itself. Instead of viewing a failure as proof of your inadequacy, you see it as an opportunity to learn and to grow. Let's say you bombed a presentation once. Your brain tags the moment with failure. That feeling stays with you, making you hesitant to try again. But now, what if you reframe it? I learned from that. I know what to do better next time. That's how I grow. Bam! That failure is now recoded into something empowering. The power of saying, I'm not ready, which means I'm evolving. Here's the kicker. When you say to yourself, I'm not ready, which means I'm evolving, you're literally reprogramming your brain at a neural level. You're telling yourself, I'm not failing. I'm just not finished yet. I'm growing. Instead of allowing that voice in your head to tell you you're not good enough or that you'll never be ready, you reframe it. You say, I'm evolving and that's okay. I don't need to have it all figured out right now. You're not lying. You're just changing the meaning of where you are in life. You're teaching yourself every step of your journey is part of your evolution. Every mistake, every setback, it's another building block for your growth. How this works in your life. Let's talk about how this actually changes things. When you start using curiosity, reframing, and shifting your beliefs about what fear means to you, you stop living your life as a reaction to fear. Instead, you live as a creator, actively designing your experience. Starting a new business, instead of looking at every obstacle as a sign of failure, you see them as learning opportunities. You stay curious about how to overcome them. Every time you hit a bump in the road, you ask, how can I turn this into something that I can grow from? That's powerful. In relationships, When you reframe a conflict with someone, rather than seeing it as they're against me, you shift to this is an opportunity to learn about them and to grow our relationship. Suddenly, the conflict becomes a tool for building a stronger bond. Let's not forget the science behind this. Your brain is plastic. It can change. Neuroplasticity means you're not stuck with the beliefs that you have today. You can rewire your brain to operate from a place of empowerment rather than fear. The cost of not reframing. Let's get to some real talk. If you don't do this work, if you don't learn to reframe and neutralize your fear response, you stay stuck. You keep repeating the same old patterns. You keep avoiding growth because your amygdala, it's on overdrive. And guess what? You'll miss opportunities. You'll waste time. You'll regret not pushing through the discomfort. That's the karma of not doing this work. Every time you choose fear over curiosity, every time you choose to stay stuck in your old limiting beliefs, you're robbing yourself of a better future. Why do you get stuck? You got stuck because you're living with old programming. From your childhood, from your past experiences, from society's expectations. These beliefs tell you you're not good enough, that failure means you're worthless, that you should avoid pain at all costs. But guess what? Those beliefs, they're fucking lies. And they're keeping you small. When you break free from those limiting beliefs, when you interrupt those old patterns, when you upgrade the system, you create a new belief system that works for you, not against you. Pacing and leading. When you want to help others, you pace them by meeting them where they are, acknowledging their fears and struggles. But you don't stay there. You lead them to something better. You guide them through the reframing process. Imagine you're coaching someone who's afraid of change. Instead of pushing them to just get over it, you meet them where they are. I know you're scared, but what if we looked at this as an opportunity for you to evolve? What if this fear was just the beginning of something amazing? You pace, then lead. You don't rush them. You guide them through their own curiosity and reframing. And that is where the magic happens. I want you to own this. Reframing isn't some fluffy self-help talk. It's real, it's scientific, it's the way your brain works. You're changing your brain and you're doing it deliberately. Every time you say, I'm not ready, which means I'm evolving, you're telling your brain, I'm going to keep growing. I'm going to keep learning. I'm going to keep evolving. You're not running from your fears anymore. You're using them as fuel to create the life that you want. So get out there, reframe that fear, be curious, evolve, because you're not stuck. You're just in the middle of your transformation.